Tim from Breathway. Been doing this tour test for Mitchell acoustic guitars, Acoustic, Amplification, and Performer magazine. Wanted to do kind of my second video here. Been taking about a week here to kind of dive into the guitar more, and really not so much the guitar, really more of Acoustic Amplifications A40 amplifier here. So basically I wanted to do kind of like a quick video here and just kind of go over some of the things that I've kind of found, some of the things that I've played around with, and some of the things that I like about these things. Really good products, really happy with this with Mitchell's acoustic guitar here, and definitely happy with this amp. So let's take a closer look at these things.
So basically one thing that I really enjoy about this guitar is the Fishman electronics. Big fan. There's a couple different things that's really cool about this. First of all, we have an inboard tuner. So, you know, you can be on stage, tune right up. Obviously green, you know, you're right in the middle, you're right in tune. Nice thing also, once the tuner is engaged, all the sound that is going through the amp is gone. It's muted. The other cool thing is all of the controls. There's no real knobs that are sticking out from the guitar. So basically, you know, if you're leaning over it, if your shirt's, you know, like catching on it or anything like that, you're not going to move the knobs. The knobs aren't going to move. The only way that you're going to move and adjust these knobs, your tone, is if you actually physically do it with your finger. It's got these little tiny dots on it that just protrude just a little bit, and basically that's kind of how you move it. So, you know, you've got your bass, your middle, you got the treble, and then this will be your volume selector right here. So really cool how Fishman has kind of reseated these things so that it doesn't get in the way. So now I want to dive into the Acoustic Amplifications A40 here, and basically I've been kind of going over this thing pretty extensively, and definitely pretty impressed with what Acoustic has done here. Basically what we're looking at right now is the front of the amp, and really cool things going on here. Basically these are going to be, you know, your two inputs over here. And it's basically a combination input. So you've got a place where you can, you know, put a quarter inch jack instrument cable in, or it also functions as an XLR input for say you want to hook in a microphone or something. So you have two different channels here. You know, this is going to be your first channel, and this will be your second channel, and then you have all of your you know, equalization controls here for channel 2. Another cool thing that they've done here is they've included phantom power. So if you are using a condenser mic and you need phantom power, you can click this button here and engage phantom power for this particular channel. Obviously equalization, you know, you've got your volume knobs for each input channel. And then, you know, your low, your bass, your mid. You have a frequency control, so you can control the frequency for the mid channel. And then obviously your treble, your high. And then over here, a couple cool things. Basically, it's got built-in digital effects. Right now I have it on dry, no effects. But you can also cycle through some of the you know, pre-programmed digital effects that they have in here. You know, you got a short room reverb, a small room reverb, medium room, so on and so forth. You know, we've got halls, we've got church. So then now we're getting into some, you know, chorus and some flange effects, stuff like that. So they've got some pre-programmed stuff. And then if you go back here, it's got spaces for user presets where you can create your own preset. It's got 20 different user presets and then 20 different presets that it comes loaded with. So you can go into the user preset area, choose whatever effects that you want, and then just add upon it, depending on what you want. Another really cool thing about this amp that I really like is that it's Bluetooth capable. So, today's technology, I mean, pretty much everybody has a cell phone. You can hook your music up on your cell phone, hit play, link your cell phone up to the Bluetooth on the amp, and your music is going to play through the amp. Real cool if you want to try to learn something. If you're working on a song and you don't have an MP3 player handy and all you have is your phone, well, now you can hook your phone up to the amp, play along with it, learn, do whatever you got to do. So, and right here is the indicator. So if your Bluetooth is on, this will be lighting up blue. And then on the back here, you will see that we have a space right down here. There's going to be a button that you will hold down and then allow your phone to sync up with the Bluetooth. So that's definitely another cool thing that this has going for it. And then if you do have an MP3 player, you have an auxiliary and an eighth of an inch jack here, as well as an eighth of an inch jack for your headphones. So you can do it a couple different ways if you're wanting to, play music and play along and whatever it is you want to do. Right here, obviously power indicator, amps on, indicators lit up. And then we're going to go around back here to a couple different things. Nothing really extremely different. You can direct out the amp. And it does have an effects loop. So if you have an effects pedal that you want to run through the amp or a pedal board or anything like that, more than capable of doing that. So that's basically most of the features of the amp. I'm really impressed by the sound of the amp. It's very lush, very full sounding amp. Another cool thing about this amp is it has it's built into it to where it cancels out any kind of feedback. So if you're playing on stage, all of a sudden you start getting some feedback. That's not going to come through. It's not going to cut through. It has built-in basically noise suppression, from what I understand and from what I've seen. So there's no need to worry about getting any unwanted feedback or anything like that. So really impressed by Acoustic Amplifications A40 here. Definitely really cool little amp. And another nice little feature that I thought was really cool is two different things. You notice it is on a slant. So for me personally, when it's on stage, it's a little bit lower profile. It's not quite, all the way out there, not really all that noticeable, and it's not really in the way. I like how it sits. It doesn't take up a lot of room. For me as a performer, that's kind of a big deal because, having things in the way on stage and all that stuff, it's kind of a hassle. So, and then the other cool thing that I really like is it's actually ported down here. So, definitely, I've noticed it when I've been playing through it that you get a lot more bottom end through it. Definitely a fuller sound because it is ported down here. So definitely doing some cool things here. Acoustic Amplification, I really think they kind of hit it out of the park with this thing, and really excited to take this on stage in front of a crowd and see what they think too. So basically, in closing, that's kind of my real quick overview of my likes and don't likes, really. Yeah, I guess really probably the next time, the next video that we do, we're going to take this baby out. We're going to be playing a live show, and we'll see what the crowd thinks about it. We'll see how it sounds live, and we'll put it through the ringer on stage. So stay tuned for more videos, and we'll talk to you later.